Oh, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Scott, Flip and Customize, eating pretzels. No, we have Steve's 85, right? Yeah. 85 Camaro Z28 in the shop today to start one of many upgrades. And today, it's all about suspension, the front suspension. This thing is going to be getting the rear suspension as well and lowering springs, but they haven't come in yet. So today we're tackling some of the front suspension. All right, Steve, what do we got? What are we doing? Bunch of Pro Forge stuff, bunch of Moog.
Yep, all Pro Forge, inner and outer tie rod ends, center link, ball joints, idler arm. Although everything looks to be in good shape, it's 40 years old and it's tired.
Yeah, because you noticed when you were driving it, it's starting to get loose and everything else. He recently acquired the car. It's actually in fantastic shape, but he wants to stiffen that ride up and get it the way it should be because he's going to be throwing at a whole lot more horsepower before too long. Am I right by saying that?
Oh, yeah.
Are we talking still carbureted or are we talking fuel injection?
Fuel injected.
Okay. So we may be hitting up Ron.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Steve's starting to tear apart the front end now and then starting to throw a bunch of goodies at it. So here it is. She's just a kind of old, tired front end. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, there's like no rust on this car either. It's pretty freaking cool. And he's been wanting one of these cars for a long time. So he finally got one, and now it's to start the upgrades. And it's one of many. We're talking brakes, powertrain, everything, but suspension's first. All right, Steve got the whole front end assembly out as an assembly. So yes, we know that it needs an alignment after, but he can get everything very close or within a, quote, row of asses to get this thing going down the road straight so he can still drive it before he gets an alignment. And I know I said Moog earlier, and I don't know why, force of habit. It's all Pro Forged. The whole front end is Pro Forged and energy suspension stuff, including the back, actually. And then the lowering coils were in the UMI, and then we're also putting the upper strut towers in from UMI as well. Actually, those aren't out here yet, but we have those to do too. Or you're probably waiting. Are you doing those with the coils later or
no?
Now?
I'll do those now.
Okay.
Because I got new struts too.
Cool. All right, Steve, give us an update. I see the front end is completely out of this thing now. Stripped down. Control arms on the floor, so we're going to be doing control arm bushings.
Control arm bushings.
Ball joints.
Hopefully, if it cooperates, lowering springs.
Yep.
And then the rest up front will be the
steering components.
That we already saw, and then sway bar bushings and new end links.
Sweet. Yeah, fingers crossed on the coils. FedEx was just here. It was not with them. So, US. All right, Steve, what are we working on?
We are working on the upper strut bearings. I got brand new ones. The original is just the rubber bushing. This one gives you a nice bearing. The other thing that these also give you is from the factory, you have no caster. You can't do any caster adjustments, right? You can do camber, but you can't do cast.
Nice.
The other way around. And this allows you to do both.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So it's beefier, and when you're going to be lowering it, you're going to need more adjustment anyway. So
more adjustment, cool. And then they raise the bearing up just a little bit, so when you lower the vehicle, you still get enough strut pressure.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, here's Steve's preliminary alignment specs. I like your notebook.
Thanks, man.
And go ahead, tell us. We had the
I had it all
tower.
screwed up. Yep.
It was turned 90. So we have it right, and now you have caster and camber adjustment.
Camber and caster. From the factory, you did not have the caster.
There we go. So there. Anyone who wanted to call us out in the last little segment, too bad. We got you. Steve is over here making a mess. No, he's making spacers. Basically, when you drive the bushings in, and I didn't know this either, and it says it right in the directions. Are these energy suspension? Are these energy suspension brand? These ones?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
It says it right in the directions that you need to make spacers in here. And what happens is, and Steve was showing me that when you go ahead and try to push these in, this, it's just stamped steel. It just squishes and pushes it in. So the spacers that you make keep those ears from being pushed in. So pretty good thing to note that I have not come across. So pretty cool. All right, so Steve has got the lower control arms all rebushed. That was quite the process, actually. And new lower ball joints. He's getting ready to install them. We got the new struts and the upper, what are they, UMI? UMI strut towers in as well. So this is going to be a two-part video, naturally, because, well, the lowering springs didn't come in. So he's going to put in what he can and go this far so we can still drive this thing. And And then when the lowering springs get here, and then we're doing what? Rear panhard bar, weld-in brackets, and lowering springs in the rear?
And control arms.
And control arms. Control arms, bushings.
And brackets.
Sweet, okay.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll do the whole rear and the lowering springs in part 2. But this is just part 1, I guess. It's gotta be 2 parts, man. All right, I'm sorry, I'm not as active in my updates. I've been doing some powder coat, and Steve's been over here doing this. So he's got all the front end components back in, steering components are all in, and he took his preliminary adjustments so we can, like we said, he can get this thing driving straight down the road without an alignment. He's still gonna get an alignment, but like I said, we're taking this back apart to do the lowering springs, so we're not gonna do the alignment until those come in. We were hoping they'd be in today, and of course they're not. My struts are all in. I'm gonna give him a hand popping these coils in next, and then what, just button it up?
Button everything up, yeah. Put the brakes back on.
Brakes back on, yep.
Lower ball joints. And tighten the upper strut nut, and that's it.
Sweet. It's worth mentioning, we're going to do a bunch of like little videos and short videos as Steve does upgrades to the car, because it'd be kind of cool to see it go through the process, as it's completely stock 305 manual transmission car that he's going to be building an engine for it. I think keeping that transmission. No, not keeping that transmission. All right, keeping it manual.
Yes.
Keeping it manual, not that transmission. Is that an NV35?
No, that's a T5.
T5. That's a T5?
Non-world class T5.
Okay. I don't know if you heard that. Non-world class T5. I don't even know. But anyway, drivetrain upgrades. I'm sure we'll be doing exhaust upgrades. We're lowering it. It's just, this thing's going to handle and go really well, but still look relatively stock like a sleeper. That's key. All right, guys, we were going to mash or just break this video up into 2 videos, which was doing these suspension upgrades on Steve's Camaro. However, I haven't posted the first video yet, so it's kind of going to be some stuff, us talking that say, we're going to end it after the first. We're not, because we have everything. We got the weld-in, panhard bar.
Panhard bar, new panhard bar, lower control arm relocation brackets, lower control arms, rear springs, sway bar bushings, and a new torque arm bushing.
Yeah, so he's doing all that today. We got the full lowering springs came in. So if you remember us struggling to get the stock ones back in, now take them back out and put the UMI, everything, lowering springs are going in it today.
Yeah.
All right, so buddy, what are you tackling first?
Really just trying to strip everything out. I'm gonna take the lower control arm. So I took the panhard bar out.
Yep.
The sway bar out. Now I'm gonna put the new lower control arms in. Once that's done, I'll remove the lower shock bolts, lower the rear end, pull the springs, put the new ones.
Easy peasy.
And put the
Did you get
rest
new
up.
shocks?
I did.
Yep, cool.
Yep.
This thing is clean. Very clean under here.
Well, not bad for an 85.
He's so neat. Everything's laid out nicely. So here's this relocation bracket. So these get bolted in. This is beefy, dude.
Yeah,
It's
they are.
thicker than the frame of the vehicle. And also welded in. So once he locates everything with his new lower control arms, he's gonna put a little bead of weld here and there. I don't think it needs to be crazy.
Nope.
But it needs some weld. Good thing we know a fab shop. All right, Stevie, how we doing?
Good.
All painted, all welded.
All painted, all welded.
Control arms going in.
Control arms going in.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's definitely gonna go faster.
Oh, yeah.
Torque arm bushing.
Yep.
Where the hell they go? Oh,
It's over here.
Okay.
On the bench. So what you got to do when you get a polyurethane bushing is the stock one. It's a clamshell, and the stock one's riveted
oh.
to either side. It's 2 pieces. I already got rid of it. So you got to grind the rivets down, clean everything up, and then the new one's a single piece that you slide over the torque arm, or you slide the torque arm into it.
That looks like it'll fit nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Energy suspension.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, I'm slacking over there on my job. Steve, update. Looks like it's done.
The rear's done. Yep, everything's in.
So
Springs.
sway bar links, shocks, control arms, panhard bar. Yeah, pretty much everything, dude. All greasable.
All greasable.
That is slick. Look at this, man. Look at this newness.
Shiny race car part.
Yeah, we like those. All right, so remember we had this front end all apart, then we put it back together and had the ratchet strap and wrestle the coils. Well, hey, took it apart again because now we have the lowering coils that came in. So we're doing this in one shot this time. So it can actually be done this time. And now he's working on the last side. And then what? You got to center the rear axle, lower this down, and we get a look at it.
Yep.
Sweet. All right, first time going down on its own weight. See what this lowering kit does. Actually excited to see.
Yeah, me too.
Here we go. Watch, it'll be stuck on the lift. Now it's gonna settle out too,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay, coming off the lift.
Nice,
Oh, yeah.
nice.
Yep, that's.
Way better.
I hope it doesn't settle too much, but that's.
They're not tucked.
Holy shit.
She low.
Yeah, dude.
All right, test drive time. Steve's big old feet and his brunt boots won't fit on these little gasser pedals, so he's got to put race car shoes on. All right, successful road test, Steve. How to handle?
Awesome.
Big difference, right?
Yeah, UMI did a great job making these springs.
And it's just where he wanted it. It's just the right height. Like he had almost 3 inches of gap there on that fenders, front and rear, and now it's just about level. Still has suspension travel. It's not rubbing. It's got a good aggressive stance. I like it, man.
Love it.
With that being said, what's next? What's the next mod? What are we talking?
Next is this winter. I'm
winter.
gonna do the headliner, and I'm gonna reupholster the seats.
And you said something about later model seats, maybe?
Yeah, so the same generation, just the 92 version, the side bolsters, and either side on your butt or your hip bolsters are bigger.
Nice. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so stay tuned. We'll be doing more things for his car and eventually a whole new heart transplant in transmission
Yes.
at the same time, keeping it a manual. So stay tuned for that. We're not 100% certain what direction he's going on that, but keep watching the channel. Hit subscribe, comment, do something.
Let's do it.
Take care, guys. Scott, Flip Customize.